Welcome everyone to Charts Focus 1, where we teach you how to work hard and trade smart. So in this video, I want to give you all a technical analysis update on the most recent IWM video that I uploaded. So ticker symbol IWM, or preferably called Russell 2000. So that video went over the amazing day trade that we executed last Friday, and it also gave a potential trade idea for the future. The video will be linked down below, or you can just simply go on my channel and click on the most recently uploaded video. Okay, so first let's talk about what the price action told us today. So as the video said last time, the most recent video, we have this descending level of resistance. And today, we immediately rejected off of that 191.65 and this descending level of resistance. In fact, we got that rejection right at the convergence point of these two trend lines. And again, the two trend lines are this horizontal level at 191.65 and this descending level of resistance. So for most of today, IWM lagged completely behind SPY, as in the early morning, SPY was actually ramping up higher while IWM rejected around 191.65, and the high of today was 191.74. And then it just kind of oscillated very tightly before continuously running lower and lower and lower until we made continuous new low of the day, and ultimately we ended up breaking below the previous day's low, which was last Friday. And last Friday's lows was $188.42. Now, if you go on the 2-hour time frame, we have come back down to retest a critical level of intraday support at 188. And this 188 level was a intraday level of resistance that we were able to break out of on Thursday when this initial bounce started for most of the market. And so IWM, it looks like for the most part, has come back down to retest that initial previous level of resistance breakout, and we're trying to use 188 as a new level of support. And this is the reason why we got into new IWM calls to swing trade. And so far, we have ended up with over 25% in gains due to the nice rise that we had in the last hour or the last 30 minutes of trading. Now, what am I going to expect out of IWM? Well, first of all, we have to look at the bigger time frames always. So on the weekly time frame, everything looks perfect. We are still not looking for a stock market crash because, again, technically, there is no reason to be so bearish and calling for a stock market crash. First of all, we've been making higher lows and higher highs since October lows of last year, and not just December lows of last year. And so if we take into this fact that we have been making higher lows and higher highs, that is a very typical textbook uptrend, and that usually tends to ramp up, and we tend to get a very large breakout to the upside. We get very impulsive moves to the upside. So on the weekly time frame, I'm going to expect very, very large candlesticks in the next few weeks or months as we continue to ramp up higher. Now, I obviously want us to see higher highs, and if we do see that, I want us to break out of that 191.65 level that you guys can clearly see on the weekly time frame right here, and ultimately over this descending level of resistance. And once we are able to do that, I want us to come back to retest this resistance area between 199 to 200. And this 200 level is a very significant level because, again, it is a whole number level. And if you guys have been following me for some time now, you guys should know that whole number levels are very, very important, especially when we go by the increments of 100. So IWM, if we're able to go to this critical number of 200, then on the weekly time frame, that will be our third retest, because we have the first retest here, the second one right here, and then potentially in the future, we can get another third one over here. And once we're able to retest that 200 for the third time, we should be able to see a nice big breakout, and we should be able to see a nice hold of that 200 level. Now, with that in mind, the daily still needs some work, as proven by the price action and price trend that we saw for most of the day. If you take a look on the 15-minute time frame, we continued to pile drive lower and lower and lower, and we continued to use the 10 and 21 SMAs as levels of resistances. And every single time we try to find support and bounce back to retest the 10 or the 21, we immediately rejected. So this morning, we got this cross of the 10 SMA below the 21, and this was the fatal signal that allowed sellers to come back into IWM, making it one of the weakest indices out there. And it fared a lot worse compared to SPY, because all SPY did today was fill in its gap, and it still ended up over that gap fill. So IWM again was the weakest index out there today. Now, there was a little bit of a character change or a price trend change once we were able to close over the 15-minute 10 SMA. So I love the fact that we have actually closed above the 15-minute 10 SMA here. And fortunately, we're able to see that we were able to retest the 200 SMA as well. But again, if you have watched my previous videos, the 200 SMA doesn't really matter on the 15-minute time frame. The only two major SMAs that really need my attention are my 10 and 21 SMAs. So I love the fact that we have closed above after reclaiming and retesting the 15-minute 10 SMA. And ultimately tomorrow, for our swings, I want us to see a retest of the 21 SMA on this 15-minute time frame. And ultimately, I do want to see at least a 50% plus return on our contracts. So if you guys are willing to get in an early trade tomorrow morning, make sure you guys take a look at IWM, because there is a good chance that we can see another continuation of this oversold bounce that we are currently seeing right now on IWM. Even during after hours, we're still seeing the price continuously getting bid up slowly and slowly and slowly to the upside. And eventually tomorrow, I want us to see a retest of 189, which is another 15-minute intraday level of resistance. Now, obviously, in the past, it was used as a level of support, but since we are now below it, it is now a major level of intraday resistance, just like we saw back on Thursday and on Friday. All right, that is it for this little update. If this technical analysis video was insightful, make sure you leave a like down below. And if you aren't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're new here, check out the description box below for the link to the CFO Swing and Watch newsletter. You can gain access to the current swing trades that we have right now and a lot more. Also, make sure you guys check out the other live stream recap videos to continue your learning in trading. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all on another video.